Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Thursday, May 27th, 2021. Want to go over some of the top headlines. In the movie world, child actor Kevin Clark supposedly hit and killed while riding his bicycle, dead at the age of 32 yesterday, May 26th, the day of the full moon, the date of the total lunar eclipse. And he's remembered for being in Jack Black's School of Rock. And again, notice the post time of the article at 8:58, 58 minutes after the hour. Don't think that's an accident for one bit, because from Jack Black's 51st birthday, August 28th, to the death of the young man, Kevin Clark, was 271 days later, the 58th prime number. The movie that they were in, School of Rock, is 58, but then more importantly, what we always talk about with 58 is its connection to secret societies. Secret societies 58, Rosicrucians 58, Freemasonry's 58. Again, to earn your first 3 degrees as a Mason, you have to pass the tracing boards. Tracing board is 58. All the secrets of Masonry are in Solomon's Temple, which is 58, and so on. But then not only is there this School of Rock Freemasonry connection, they're saying he died at Illinois Masonic Medical Center. So 271 days after Jack Black's 51st birthday. And then remember, the word moon equals 51. This is on the day of the full moon and the total lunar eclipse. Again, I'd love to talk to Jack Black. I mean, it's just like, I want... This whole world of celebrity is so sick. And then the other thing is, he played the drummer in the movie. And we're always talking about drummers getting the short end of the stick, because drummer has gematria of 38 and 43, like killing is 38 and 43. Drummer also equals 38 and 97, like death equals 38 and 97. So R.I.P. to Kevin Clark, just 32 years old. And again, these are the pictures from the movie. But yeah, the driver who hit him was supposedly 20 years old, and the movie came out 20 years ago as well. Death and Time are 20. Rock is 20. School of Rock. Supposedly happened in the Avondale neighborhood. Avondale has that gematria of 43. We talked about that on this same day. We had the San Jose rail yard shooting. Remember, San Jose 43, rail yard 43, ATV, rail yard ATV 43, killing 43. The name Kevin Clark 43. The name Kevin Clark is also 106. San Jose's 106 and 43. NBA home teams in the playoffs improved to 10-6 yesterday on the day of the lunar eclipse. So I just see these number patterns connecting between the events. Avondale and Kevin also have the 74 overlap, like Masonic. I don't know why I don't have Masonic. You know what? Masonic equals 74 and 43. Again, he died at the Masonic Hospital in what looks like a completely Masonic ritual. Again, Masonic's got the 74-43 like Kevin. Or wait, hold on. Kevin's got the 74. Kevin doesn't have the 43. Avondale, the neighborhood it happened in, has the 74-43. Killing's got the 74-43. So, yeah, I got to plug in the Masonic thing there. But, yeah, I mean, just same patterns again and again. I mean, these are just astronomical coincidences. 271 days after his birthday, the 58th prime, School of Rock, Freemasonry, dead at Masonic Hospital. No way. And then also yesterday, March 26th, May 26th, we had the dates circled for weather warfare. It was our 52 date for the month. So far, all the dates we've circled this year for the weather warfare, it's hit again. Cyclone Yaas smashed India and Bangladesh. Again, May 26, 21, date with 52 numerology. Flood, Earth, Enlil, all 52. Enlil, the Babylonian god of storms. Hurricane 52. Yaas 26. This one smashes on the 26th, the date with 52 numerology. And again, Guatemala got hit hard yesterday with flooding as well. And part of Texarkana got flooded yesterday too. But again, severe weather on the 52 dates again and again and again. And weather warfare, first admitted to in 1952. Also in the news today, the real Milli Vanilli singer dead. John Davis dead at 66. Remember, Corona's 66. 66 is the 11th triangular number. Black is 11. John Davis was a black man, dead at 66. They say he died May 24th, the 144th day of the year, Jesuit Order 144. And when you read the article, it says their hit song in 90, Girl You Know It's True, was number one on the Billboard 200 and was on the charts for 78 weeks. You know, it's about a year and a half. That's a long time to be on, the top song. So 78 weeks, Jesuit 78, Wuhan coronavirus is 78 and 93. Girl, You Know It's True's 93. And again, 93 connects him with Saturn and Saturnalia, which is big with the Jesuits, like Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope born on Saturnalia. Milli Vanilli's also 82 like COVID. Again, that's what they're saying he died from, COVID-19 coronavirus. But again, to me, it just looks like more Jesuit rituals. R.I.P. And again, the first Ohio vaccine lottery. And Big Al called in about this last night, but it put a little post together. The first winner, Abigail Bugensky, who's also referred to as Abby Bugensky. I see what they did. They covered their bases both ways. But the surname Bugensky is the exact same as vaccine in 3 out of the 4 ciphers. Vax-A-Million, the name of the lottery she won, 132. Again, Ohio, the first state to offer a $1 million lottery that they'll do once a week for those who get vaccinated. And since then, they said 2 other states followed. It might have been New York and Delaware or something like that. But see how many other states take this on. And maybe more states have taken it on since then. But I remember when Ohio was the first, and then a couple more followed suit. But the name of the lottery in Ohio, the Vax-A-Million, they coded the 132 in it. And remember, that is more than a number. Joe Biden in the White House, 132 rooms in the White House. United States of America equals 132. It was named on September 9th, 1776, a span of 132 days from July 4th. Roman Catholic and Catholic Church, 132. Jesuits, Catholic, behind all this. Don't overlook that Bugensky's 84 either. United States of America's 84 and 132. Jesuit 84. I'm sure you know. Her name that she's called, Abby Bugensky, Gematria 70, like COVID vaccine, like coronavirus. Abigail, the way she spells it with the double B, 56, also like COVID vaccine and coronavirus. This is the first winner of the COVID vaccine. This is the first winner of a COVID lottery in the world, and she just happens to have the same numbers that they keep coding in all the COVID stories all year, right? And it's just a coincidence. Also, Mike DeWine, the governor who had this idea, from his birthday to the lottery was his 142nd day of his age. We've covered a lot of coronavirus 142 rituals as well. Remember, Gematria, alphabetic order forwards and backwards with the rules of numerology. Very simple math, very redundant patterns with all these numbers. So you see how they coded the 56, 70, and 142. The only coronavirus value they missed was 155, and maybe it is in there somewhere. But that was from his 74th birthday as well. Don't forget the coronavirus outbreak simulation event 201 was on the day, leaving 74 days left in the year. So there's that story. And then in Ohio as well, Cincinnati, the town where Xavier is, one of the nation's 27 Jesuit universities, you have a 21-year-old athlete at the Cincinnati Bearcats. So she doesn't go to Xavier, but still in the same city. 21-year-old student athlete for the Cincinnati Bearcats drowned in the lake over the weekend. The news broke Monday, the 144th day of the year, May 24th. Jesuit Order 1. I wrote out the Jesuit Order. I'm supposed to say Jesuit Order. Equals 144. Again, just so many Jesuit rituals with this number. And as well as 21. And dead at 21. The news on the 144th day of the year out of Jesuit town, Cincinnati. And again, they said she drowned in East Fork State Park, which has gematria of 62 and 206 like sacrifice. They said she drowned at a lake about 20 miles southeast of Cincinnati. Death's got that 20 connection. Just talked about that with the dead actor 20 years after the film. On her website, her memorial page, her name is Allyson M. Sidloski. which has the Gematria 223. They're saying she drowned May 22nd, the day leaving 223 days left in the year. And her name, Allyson Sidloski, also has Gematria 61, like drown like Ohio. Again, with regards to the Jesuits, the Society of Jesus, Jesus and Cross is 61. And, yeah, it's, again, all the stories are very vague. Just that she drowned, So, find it very suspicious the day the news broke and all, the age of death. And then also, like we got a call in at the end of the show, the young guy's doing a good job. Apparently Bryson and Truth Does Not Exist were both thinking that there'd be some kind of Jay would open eyes. They were all thinking there'd be some kind of assassination-related news in the headlines on May 26th because it was 201 days after the election being called for Biden on November 7th. There ended up being a story out of New Mexico, the 47th state, about this would-be assassin of Joe Biden, who was also planning a mass shooting. And just remember how many 201s there are with Joe Biden. It's why I think Joe Biden is going to be removed from office June 1st, 2024 in a 201 ritual, which I talked about months ago. Talked about right after he took office. I said, I think June 1st, 2024, that's the day Kamala replaces him. Remember, that'll be his 1,229th day as president, which is the 201st prime. His son died 201 days from the post-birthday. The man who did the funeral for Beau Biden and the inauguration for Joe Biden, Leo Jeremiah O'Donovan, the Jesuit from Georgetown, another 201, just that big old Jesuit pattern. So that's why the young guys thought maybe the Biden news would come early on the day of the eclipse. But again, whenever Biden does go, it probably will be a 201 ritual. And the reason I think it's June 1st, 2024 is because he'll be 81 years old, President Biden. Let me make sure. Is it President Biden or President Joe Biden? I think it's President Biden. Yeah, President Biden's 81 like ritual. He'd be 81. And Kamala would be 59 years old. 59th election, the massive 59 ritual they did with her on August 11th, 2020, when she became the nominee on the 59 date numerology 1 week after Obama's 59th birthday, and 59 weeks after the first Democratic debate, and on Trump's 59th day of his age. So I think they're telling us something about when Kamala's 59, since this was the 59th election. It was synced up with Pope Francis, who's another 59. But yeah, this ritual coming out of New Mexico. The other thing to say here, I have it in the notes. By the way, Las Cruces is 101 like assassin. I don't know why I didn't write assassin down, but 101's the 26th prime. The news on the 26th, but New Mexico's the 47th state. Remember, President, White House, government authority, Democrat, Republican, D.C., they're all 47. Biden was in D.C. for 47 years. He was the 47th vice president. Obama took office at age 47. Kamala will become the 47th president if she replaces Biden. So I need to plug that note in there. Also, the would-be assassin, 39-year-old John Thornton. 39, eclipse is 39, federal's 39, the day of the eclipse. But John Thornton is 54 and 153 like Jesuit order, and then it's 63 and 171 like John Carroll, the Jesuit with all the history in D.C. So don't think it's an accident that story comes out of New Mexico, the 47 they had to put on it. Also in the UK, Sasha Johnson getting a lot of attention. She was reportedly shot on May 23rd by racists. She's a Black Lives Matter protester in the UK. But May 23rd was the 143rd day of the year. And just notice, Sasha Johnson, 143. So they said 5 men were arrested for her shooting on May 23rd. It's the day leaving 222 days left in the year. Order out of chaos. It was a date with 33 numerology this year, May 23rd. Race war 33. A lot of the 33. England's also 33. But a lot of the 33s in the racially divisive propaganda involving Black Lives Matter. The rioting for George Floyd started on 33rd Street and so on. This year, the police reform bill on 3/3, the anniversary of the Rodney King beating. With regards to racism, Andrew Yang's in the news for calling the New York Daily News racist, saying this ad they put out over the weekend of him as a tourist in New York is racist, and he's saying that's because Asians are never recognized as being American, always seen as being foreign. And I don't think that's true. But with regards to Andrew Yang going after the Daily News, just remember, Andrew Yang's 112, like mayoral race, like Daily News. And remember, he dropped out of the presidential race on February 11th, 11/2, like 112, which was the 42nd day of the year. And he was wearing the buttons that said math. Math is 42. Mathematics is 112. And this news of him saying that it's, racism, it comes 72 days after the shooting in Georgia on March 16th, Jesuit Order 72. New York Daily News has the Gematria 79, like Society of Jesus. So, again, Andrew Yang's been looking like a pawn for a long time. Again, I cover Andrew Yang, the pawn, and the odds that we have this Chinese guy getting all this attention for talking about printing out money and giving it to Americans because they're about to be phased out, and how he ended his campaign on that 1 month before the pandemic's declared, and they start talking about phasing us out of our jobs and keeping us home and sending us checks. Again, you guys, all this stuff is mockery. And, of course, he's now getting in with the theme of the Asian racism because, again, the news is always themed, They're trying to get everybody to take sides, get in their own groups, divide more and more. And with regards to the shooter yesterday, we covered this, Sam Cassidy, the moon ritual. Again, just one more time, I noticed one more thing this morning that I plugged in here, so I just want to do it one more time. They said the shooter yesterday on the day of the full moon, the day of the total lunar eclipse, was 57 years old. His age, 57, like the Gematria moon. Talked about the rituals at the start of the month that were synced up with the eclipse on May 7th, 5/7. But again, this happened in San Jose, California, which equals 108, like full moon forwards and backwards, the number that has everything to do with the mathematics of the sun, earth, and moon and eclipses. And it was a date with 72 numerology it happened on. San Jose, California, 72. Notice lunar eclipse is also 72. And again, the other thing is just how total lunar eclipse goes with the ongoing assault weapons ban, Second Amendment movement. And again, San Jose has the 83 like murder, but also like eclipse in Hebrew. And the Valley Transportation Authority, what VTA stands for, 135 like lunar eclipse as well. So, just undeniable ritual. Undeniable. And the one thing I didn't have in there was just also that lunar eclipse was 72 yesterday. I said, I missed one low-hanging fruit. But the perfect location, the perfect date. And again, all pointing back to those old Jesuits, Jesuit Order 72. So I am running a little bit behind today. I got to travel tomorrow. I was going to travel tonight, but instead we're going to travel tomorrow morning down to Portland. And before I leave, I got to take care of some yard work real quick. And we also got an ant thing going on that just started recently, man, and it's so weird. These ants are crazy. We have to keep our kitchen absolutely spotless, or we'll have a trail of ants in here. But got to make sure we don't come back to Ant City. So I'm gonna try to get all my work done, and if I get it done fast enough, I will get out to the corner today. That is the goal. But if I don't get it done in time, I'll make up for it while I'm down in Portland. I'll do some extra pavement pounding down in Portland. But if I do end up on the live stream, it'll be on twitch.tv on the corner. It's funny that Paul Ryan's in the news today. Hold on, before we sign off, I just gotta see. When was the last time we heard about Paul Ryan? He's a big star in the party, but it's been years. Remember Paul Ryan's dad? God, what was it? Was he found murdered when Paul Ryan was in high school? I haven't talked about Paul Ryan for a minute. But he's the leader of the Republicans there. January 29th. Today's the 147th day of the year. See if this guy makes a political comeback. Just 147 is a big number with the presidency. That means today would be 118 days after his birthday, or his 119th day of his age. He's also got 119 birth numerology. 1 plus 29 plus 19 plus 70 is 119. So on his 119th day of his age, the all-seeing eye number, he's front and center. Oh, and then I get it. I get the joke now. What a joke, man. Come on. Civil War is 119. These people, man. And there's just another coincidence for you in real time. The Paul Ryan Civil War headline on his 119th day of his age. Oh my goodness. Again, here, for those of you guys who doubt my count, because you need to go back to grade school, here, let me just do it for you in real time. If we don't count the span of days, it's 118 days after his birthday, but then boom, it's his 119th day of his age. Like Civil War. Amazing how they do it, isn't it? Day after day. So we'll leave it there for now, you guys. And see if I can make it out to the corner. Lawn mowing time. Till next time, True Seeker.